I'll be starting the program. Program ऐसे है कि different faculties will be there. They'll be taking up different portions. I'll be taking the history, culture, वो वाला सारा part. Then later on, different faculties will take, right? The point of this open session is not to teach you anything. उसके लिए नहीं है. The point is increase the volume. थोड़ा volume बढ़ाना. The point is to tell you how to prepare those specific topics. 45.5 sessions will be there on each topic. तो आपको topic कैसे पढ़ना है for prelims. That is the aim of this session. ठीक है ना? Keep in mind. Before that, we need motivation for this exam. So we need two things, an iron will and necessary skill. An iron will. Why? Because the unique aspect about this exam is, it is a 1 year duration exam. बहुत लंबा process है. And you have to maintain motivation for this 1 year period. If you slacken for 1 month के लिए गायब हो जाओ या 2 हफ्ते के लिए पढ़ना छोड़ दो, you are out of the game. You should never lose focus, especially when the exam comes very close. I have seen many students जब exam बहुत पास आता है 2-3 हफ्ते रह जाते हैं, then they buckle under pressure. You should not buckle under pressure. That is the end game. If your preparation is strong in the preceding 4 months, in the last 1 month तो ऐसे हो जाना चाहिए कि killer attitude कि अब तो धो ही देना exam को अच्छे से. You should become offense is the best defense in this examination. So you should have an iron will, and the necessary skill is you should prepare polity well, geography well, history well, economics well. These are the 4 pillars of this prelims examination. If you prepare these 4 pillars, more or less your success is assured at prelims. उसके बाद 3 vague parts हैं थोड़े से, science and tech, culture and environment. And there also we can prepare in a very scientific manner so that at least easy to medium level questions will come in our control. So this kind of strategy should be there. So skill and will. If you don't have the skill, it can be acquired if you have the will. But आप में अगर will ही नहीं है, even if you are talented, you will fail at this examination. And this examination is a 0 and 1 game. आप prelims में fail होते हो, you are 0. You fail at interview, you are 0. It doesn't matter. So always, though this session is only for preparation for prelims, but your attitude should be कि I am preparing to become a civil servant in this attempt. And this attempt only. This is my last attempt. First, second, जो भी हो, but this is now my last attempt. And I am going for the goal of becoming a civil servant. ये नहीं कि prelims सर clear हो जाए इस बार बस भगवान की कृपा से. है ना, ऐसा एटीट्यूड मत. डोंट हैव अ डेस्परेट एटीट्यूड. ऑलराइट, इवन इफ द टाइम्स आर डार्क, हैव अ पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड कि प्रीलिम्स इस बार टैकल करके मेंस देन आई विल सी. ऑलराइट, द विल मस्ट बी स्ट्रॉन्गर देन द स्किल. दैट इज द पॉइंट. एंड ऑलवेज हैव सम स्मॉल डोजेस ऑफ मोटिवेशन. वी रिक्वायर मोटिवेशन, राइट. एक थोड़ा बहुत, if you find some inspiration from some person, कोई sports personality or from your family or from your friends, wherever, have some motivation in some short intervals. It will help you in this preparation. All right. Now my part, I'll take first the syllabus. All right. In this exam, we must be aware of 2 very important things. First is, for any topic, for any optional syllabus, we must know कि पढ़ना क्या है. And then second is previous year questions, because sometimes सिलेबस इज़ नॉट वेरी प्रिसाइज, स्पेसिफिक नहीं है. मॉडर्न इंडियन हिस्ट्री का आप प्रीलिम्स का सिलेबस दोगे, दे विल जस्ट से इंडियन हिस्ट्री एंड फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल. व्हाट इज दिस? क्या समझ आ रहा है इससे? कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा. सो टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस सिलेबस वी मस्ट गो फॉर प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस. वहाँ से फिर विल अंडरस्टैंड कि व्हाट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम विच पार्ट. ऑलराइट, देन विल सी द ट्रेंड्स, सम प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस, एंड देन विल गो फॉर द सोर्सेज. दिस विल बी द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ दिस सेशन. ऑलराइट, सिलेबस देखें जरा. Prelims for culture, ancient, medieval and modern Indian history. For all these 4 things, they have just written these 6 words. History of India and Indian national movement. ठीक है ना. तो history of India तो बहुत है. We have a lot of history. तो what is this history? We must first decipher. Then Indian national movement. What is this? तो मेंस का अगर सिलेबस देखें, देयर हैव इन दैट दे हैव जस्ट एक्सप्लेन्ड अ बिट मोर salient aspects of art forms, literature, architecture from ancient to modern time. This is for culture. Modern Indian national movement के लिए they have explained in very detail. तो syllabus is very properly mentioned for MIH. But still for culture और ये modern ancient, it is not clear. So we will now go कि कैसे ये syllabus क्या है. First we'll know. Four traditional pillars I have told you: polity, geography, history, and history में I mean modern Indian history, MIH. In history there are four parts, right? Culture, ancient, medieval, and MIH. तो MIH and economics, these are the four traditional pillars. इनको तो एकदम ऐसे कर जाओ कि question should not be missed from this part. Economics वैसे ही बहुत simple question they ask, right? In prelims. Geography, okay, a bit tricky part, but here also 80% of the syllabus questions can be managed. Right? For example, last year they asked a question on Godavari river, right? Godavari पे आया था ना? If you see previous year they had asked a question on Brahmaputra. उससे पिछले साल नॉर्थ की एक रिवर पे पूछा था. So there was a pattern. You could have guessed कि some southern river could have been asked in 2015. So some kind of prediction can be made. तो उसको भी आप टैकल कर सकते हो. It is not a difficult job. Then polity तो एकदम मास्टर लेवल पे होनी चाहिए. लक्ष्मीकांत is the source. Polity पे भी सेशन होगा. So my point is these four pillars, in that history portion is there. All right, let's see the weightage. Culture, पहले they didn't used to ask much. Then in 2013 they woke up and they said, oh, culture is also there. So they started asking questions on culture. 2014 also they asked a lot of culture. Again now culture has decreased. Now they have realized that people are studying culture, so they are not asking from culture. Ancient, all right, some spread was there, they have reduced it. But you see ancient and culture, there is a lot of overlap. All right, Maurya period is there, Gupta period is there. That period coincides with the cultural renaissance in Indian history. So overlap है उसमें. Medieval, they didn't ask too much. अब medieval से पूछने लगे हैं. So we need to predict what UPSC will ask, though it is an unpredictable public service commission, but still we can predict somewhat what they will ask. MIH, most well-fetched, well-described, इससे तो question miss होना ही नहीं चाहिए, at least in prelims. Alright, so this is the spread. So what should be our priority according to this analysis? Which portion among the four should have the priority? Modern. उसके बाद इन दोनों को क्लब करके पढ़ेंगे एंड देन लास्टली टाइम बचा, अगर नहीं बचा तो इसमें से देख लेंगे, राइट? दिस शुड बी आवर प्रायोरिटी. ऑल राइट, नाउ लेट्स कम टू कल्चर. नाउ सी वी हैव एक्सपैंडेड द सिलेबस. यू विल गेट दिस पीपीटीज ऑन द नेट, आप वहां से डाउनलोड कर लेना. नाउ सी आर्किटेक्चर, रिलीजन, पेंटिंग्स, म्यूजिक, डांसेस, थिएटर, सिनेमा, लिटरेचर, आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट, साइंस टेक एंड इंडो इस्लामिक कल्चर. तो प्रॉपरली अब डिफाइंड हो गया ना. नाउ हेयर ऑल्सो व्हाट वी नीड टू डू, व्हाट यूपीएससी इज आस्किंग, दे आर आस्किंग वेरी बेसिक स्टफ लाइक टेम्पल आर्किटेक्चर इज देयर, इट इज वन ऑफ द आर्किटेक्चर टॉपिक्स इन आर्किटेक्चर. तो देयर दे विल जस्ट आस्क सिंपल डिफरेंस बिटवीन द्रविड़ा, नगारा, टेम्पल आर्किटेक्चर, वेसारा आर्किटेक्चर. तो इतना तो कर सकते हो ना. दैट इज व्हाट यूपीएससी आस्क. Then come to religion and philosophy. This coincides with ancient period. So there are 6 Indian schools of philosophy: न्याय, वैशेषिका, सांख्य, योग, मीमांसा एंड वेदांत. अब इन 6 के बारे में तो थोड़ा थोड़ा पढ़ के जा सकते हो. इन्हीं में से कोई एक पूछ लेगा, दे विल आस्क. ऑलराइट, पेंटिंग्स, पहाड़ी पेंटिंग, राजपूताना पेंटिंग, salient aspects, some differences, music, folk music, then Hindustani music, Carnatic music, simple differences, what are they? All right, एकदम surface level पे. GS you have to stay on the surface. In optional you have to dive deep. तो just surface level की information चाहिए of all these topics, right? Dances में classical dances, there are 8 classical dances. 8 पढ़ के चले जाओ बस. Last year they asked one of the classical dances in prelims. All right, so it is very simple. आप साइंटिफिक वे में इफ यू स्टडी इट इज वेरी सिंपल. यू जस्ट नीड टू स्क्रैच द सरफेस ऑफ द कल्चर सिलेबस. नो नीड टू गो वेरी डीप, राइट? एक क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. with reference to the famous Satriya dance. It is one of the classical dances. They have asked. If you have done the classical dances, this question is nothing. Satriya is a combination of music, dance and drama. Very generic statement. Most of the classical dances are like that. It is a centuries old living tradition of Vaishnavites of Assam. It is based on classical rags and tal of devotional. Third statement is not correct. First two are correct. Answer is B. Very simple. Right? तो एक में से पूछ ले, अगले साल हो सकता है मोहिनीअट्टम पूछ ले. Right? Maybe they will not ask the very regular kind of dances like Bharatnatyam, all those, सबको पता ही होगा. But these kind of classical dances, 2-3 classical dances are there which are bit peculiar. Prepare them thoroughly. Right? Culture समझ आ गया? This is what you have to do in culture. When you pick up the source which I'll tell you, from there study these aspects first. Right? And उससे भी पहले I'll tell you, do the previous year questions. Why? बिकॉज जब हम स्कूल में होते थे तो क्या होता था कि लेसन पहले पढ़ते थे एंड द क्वेश्चंस विच वर एट द एंड ऑफ द चैप्टर दे वर फ्रॉम द लेसन. दे वर गुड टाइम्स. नाउ दीज आर बैड टाइम्स. हियर द क्वेश्चंस आर नॉट फ्रॉम द लेसन. तो वी मस्ट फर्स्ट नो व्हाट आर द क्वेश्चंस बीइंग आस्क्ड एंड देन डिजाइन आवर लेसन अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्वेश्चंस. राइट? वी आर लिविंग इन अ वेरी बैड टाइम्स. तो अब हमें चेंज करना है स्ट्रैटेजी. तो कल्चर में नहीं पता क्या पढ़ने का है, फर्स्ट डू द क्वेश्चंस एंड देन जब आप पढ़ोगे, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने सात्रिया वाला क्वेश्चन किया, नाउ यू विल कीप इन माइंड कि बॉस क्लासिकल डांसेस आर इंपॉर्टेंट, 8 क्लासिकल डांसेस, आई विल डू देम. राइट? चलो आगे आ जाओ. दिस इज द सोर्स, आई विल टेल यू. CCRT वेबसाइट इज देयर, गवर्नमेंट की वेबसाइट है. दे हैव गिवन दिस कंपाइलेशन. दिस कंपाइलेशन इज अवेलेबल इन एवरी बुक शॉप ऑफ राजेंद्र नगर मार्केट. वहाँ से आप ले लो, वहाँ दिया हुआ है. क्वेश्चन इज सॉल्व. चलो एक और क्वेश्चन. नाउ लेट्स कम टू आर्किटेक्चर. Caves at Badami are the oldest surviving rock-cut caves in India. Barabar rock-cut caves are originally made for Ajivikas by Emperor Chandragupta Maurya. At Ellora, caves are made for different faiths. Now in architecture, there are cave architecture, temple architecture, some topics are there. उसमें से बड़ा ही basic question they have asked. Barabar are the oldest, Badami are in Karnataka, Barabar are in Bihar. So first statement is wrong. Second is also wrong. It is not by Chandragupta Maurya, right? It is at the time of Ashok. Third is correct, Ellora. And you know why they have asked Ellora? Because there are caves which represent 3 faiths there. Brahmanical, Buddhism and Jainism. तो एक unique aspect है ना? जैसे ही पढ़ोगे you must keep in mind कि boss this is a unique aspect. It represents this secular aspect of our country. तो जहाँ भी secular कुछ आया, keep it in mind, right? तो third statement is correct. Answer is C only. Right. तो जब when you read this rock cut cave topic, these are the important things. Which is the oldest, which is the which has different faiths. This you need to keep in mind. All right. Chalo. Again, this is from CCRT. They have given. UPSC's aim in prelims is what? The aim is to separate the serious candidates from non-serious. Non-serious जिनके माँ बाप ने धक्का देके भेजा है कि जाके लिख के आओ एग्जाम. That is the only aim. In mains, the aim is not different. But in prelims is only to separate the grain from the chaff. That is the. Alright, तो उसके लिए surface level पे पढ़ के जाओगे, it is okay. आ जाओ ancient पे आ जाओ. Prehistoric, Harappan Indus Valley, Vedic age, right? Then Mahajanpads, rise of Mahajanpads, these topics are there. Magd, the rise of Magd, what are the reasons for rise of Magd? These kind of analytical things also you must keep in mind. Then religious reforms are there. Religious reforms are what? Religious reforms, basically Buddhism, Jainism are what? They were basically religious reforms. उससे पहले भी there was a Charvak philosophy in 7th century BC. जिनका philosophy होगा they must know. तो चारवाक philosophy ने he started the critical aspect of philosophy. He started criticizing Brahmanical religion. तो that gave the impetus to rise of these religions, Brahmani. They carried over that tradition और फिर वो faiths बन गए, right? तो religious reforms में then questions क्या आएंगे? बुद्धा पे आ जाएंगे question, Buddhism पे बहुत question आते हैं. They ask a lot of questions. They ask a lot of questions on various mudras. कहीं बुद्धा जी ऐसे करके बैठे हैं, कहीं ऐसे करके बैठे हैं. What does this mudra mean? right? I'll tell you the sources. So when you do the previous year questions, वहाँ से फिर आपको you will understand कि what kind of questions can come from Buddhism and Jainism, right? Then modern age, this coincides with the art and architecture age. Then Sangam age, these are literature age of the southern part of the country describes. Then Gupta again, architecture यहाँ पर, it reaches zenith. तो culture and ancient, there is a lot of overlap. तो you must always study in a holistic manner. ऐसे नहीं पहले एक बार ये पढ़ लिया फिर वो पढ़ लिया. Keep it a holistic study, right? जब आप यहाँ से गुप्ता पीरियड पढ़ रहे हो तो वहीं पर make sure कि you do the architecture and culture aspect also. ठीक है? Let's see a question. Sankhya pe question they have asked. It is one of the 6 Indian schools of philosophy they have asked. Alright, if you have prepared these 6 schools and Buddhism, Jainism, it is very easy. Sankhya does not accept the theory of rebirth or transmigration of soul. Sankhya holds that it is self-knowledge that leads to liberation and not any exterior influence or agent. The first statement is wrong. It accepts theory of rebirth. Most of the Indian schools are based on Vedas. जो वेद है हमारे, Upanishads, Vedant, that is the 6th school. So most of them will have something similar, like law of karma they will accept, rebirth they will accept. But on liberation they have some different views. Like Sankhya is saying self-knowledge, Vivek Gyan. Understanding your true nature, what is your true nature? Alright, so that leads to liberation. कहीं पर वेदांत में रामानुजन को कहेगा भक्ति मार्ग will lead to liberation, right? So some will say कर्म मार्ग will lead to liberation. So these kind of different aspects you need to keep in mind. जब 6 schools you study, कहीं पर आप सर्च करोगे तो किसी ने ऑलरेडी किया होगा comparative analysis पहले ही. वहाँ से आप different aspects you just study, compare them. The 6 schools will be prepared. One question may be asked, you will be able to answer them. Alright, so the answer here is 2B. Alright, now let's come to medieval. Now medieval was mostly untouched, but now some questions are being asked. So now how to prepare medieval? This syllabus is mentioned there, right? 8th century AD से शुरू होता है ये medieval period आपका. Cover the important aspects here, like the rise of the Sultanate period, who came first, right? Then Vijayanagar Empire, reasons for rise of Vijayanagar Empire, reasons for fall of Vijayanagar Empire, technological marvels used by Vijayanagar Empire, like they were the first to use gunpowder. Then religious movements, right? Bhakti movement, 13th to 15th century. This is the most important topic of medieval. Bhakti movement, Namdev, Kabir, Tulsidas, Guru Nanak Dev, all the Sufi movements will come. Then rise of the Mughals, all right, and the Marathas. How the Marathas were there, right? So these aspects are there of the medieval part. तो आपको इनको अच्छे से importantly करना है. Question देखते हैं इस पे. This is last year's question. Arrival of Babur 1526, first battle. Introduction of gunpowder in subcontinent. If you have done the Vijayanagar Empire, at least थोड़ा बहुत ही पढ़ के if you have gone, you know कि they introduced first gunpowder in 12th and 14th century AD. So this statement is wrong. Now see, as soon as first statement is wrong, answer directly is B. इतना ही अगर तुम्हें पता हो ढंग से, UPSC has given you a चोर दरवाजा. UPSC is giving you some kind of loopholes. If you know this kind of very important topic, who introduced gunpowder in India, then you are able to solve the question. Second, introduction of arc and dome in the Regent's architect, this is wrong, right? Lodhis भी तो पहले आए थे, right? They introduced. Establishment of Timurid dynasty, it is correct. One side was Chengiz, Mongols, and the father side was Timur. तो वहाँ से Timurid dynasty. यहाँ पर some people got confused कि मुगल है कि Timurid है. So this is a nomenclature aspect. Only third statement is correct. Alright, so simple question. So here also if you have done some important, like in medieval, I'll tell you the source, the NCERT is only the source. There is one paragraph written, the significance of Babur's conquest. 10 to 12 line paragraph is there. In that they have written, though Babur didn't introduce gunpowder in India, he popularized its use. तो अगर आप वो important लग रहा है ना heading से significance, if you have read only that paragraph, you would have been able to solve this question. All right. So this is how, and how would you be able to pick these kind of important things after going through previous year questions? Then you will be able to have that skill. You know, this skill is what is most important in this exam, to separate what is not important and what is important. Because in this exam, what is the challenge? कि source नहीं है, material नहीं है पढ़ने को. That is not the challenge. The challenge is कि बहुत सारा material है पढ़ने को. And we have to identify which is important and which is not important. So that skill you must acquire for prelims as well as for mains. All right, aa jao. Now comes the fleshy part, MIH. India in the late 18th century. तो क्या situation थी? Then advent of Europeans and British conquest of India. What kind of questions can come from this part? Fall of Maratha आ सकता है, okay. बताओ कुछ तो guess करो. हाँ? Okay, yes. There were some wars, Indo-French, British-French rivalry was there. There were wars in Carnatic and Hyderabad. और क्या आ सकता है? Basic क्या आ सकता है? What basic can come? Yes, first trading post कहाँ था? Which were the first Europeans to come in India? Who were the first? The Portuguese. ठीक है ना? ये सब आलू वालू वही लाए हैं, भिंडी विंडी सब वही लाए हैं. So these kind of things can come. Who landed on the west coast first? Who landed on the east coast first? Who were the last to come? है ना? Where did the British set up their first factory? These kind of advent of the Europeans, देखो heading से ही पता लग रहा है ना. तो who were the Europeans? Where did they land? Who was the emperor, Mughal emperor at that time who gave the फरमान? Right? तो वो सब चीजें आएंगी. Then British administrative structure, reforms, impact, organization of government of India. So now when the Britishers, first important battle, the Britishers fought Plassey, 1757. Then second, Buxar, 1764, right? So these two important battles they fought, now they have been established as a major political power and a military power. So they will bring some reforms like, tell me one major reform regarding agriculture. Permanent settlement. So some aspects of Rayotwari, Mehalwari comparison आ जाएगा. What else? Civil services, judiciary, police, army, all these aspects will come. अच्छा यहाँ बताओ अब socio-religious reform movements in 19th 20th century सब आ जाएंगी. Now here you must prepare from two aspects. One is factual, जैसे where did they land first, west coast or east coast? They will give some options. Then second is analytical. वैसे ये distinction false ही है. If you know analytical part, you will automatically know factual part. But still, so if some question comes कि why most of the Europeans first settled in southern part of India, चार options दिए हैं. What could be the reason? Yes, though the Mughals, the southern empires were also under the Mughal, but they were under indirect control. So hold of the Mughals were loose in south compared to north. So that is why most of them, and also it was accessible via sea route. So कुछ reasons हैं. So this now comes the analytical part of the topic. So you have to prepare every topic from these two perspectives. ठीक है? अच्छा, socio-religious reform movements. Where did they start first? Bengal. Why? बैटल ऑफ प्लासी कहाँ हुआ है? बंगाल ही वहाँ पर कैप्चर कर लिया है. तो दे हैव कैप्चर्ड बंगाल. नाउ मिशनरीज, क्रिश्चियन मिशनरीज, वेस्टर्न इन्फ्लुएंसेस विल कम. देयर विल बी सम कंपैरिजन एंड देन दे विल नो कि देयर इज समथिंग लैकिंग इन आवर कल्चर. सम इंटेलिजेंसिया विल राइज. तो बन गया ना एक एनालिटिकल क्वेश्चन बेस्ड ऑन फैक्चुअल एस्पेक्ट्स. ऑल राइट. रिवोल्ट ऑफ 1857, द रीजंस, द वेरियस स्टॉर्म सेंटर्स एंड देन चेंजेस. चेंजेस में मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट चेंज विल बी दी constitutional change, right? Now this topic comes constitutional evolution of the British Empire in India. First act was 1770, 1773 regulating act. क्यों आया? Why did it come? पहले क्यों नहीं आया? 1608 they have landed in India. तो तब क्यों नहीं आया? Yes, that could be one reason, but also they became a major political and military power only after 1757. तो उसके बाद जब उनको बहुत प्रॉफिट्स होने लगे तो उनकी मोनोपोली थी ईस्ट इंडीज में, तो जलने लगी बाकी कंपनीज की इंग्लैंड में, तो दे सेड यू मस्ट हैव सम काइंड ऑफ कंट्रोल ओवर द कंपनी, लॉबिंग हुई वहाँ पर, तो एनालिटिकल क्वेश्चन बन गया. देन नेक्स्ट इज पिट्स इंडिया एक्ट 1784, देन 1813 एक्ट वेयर मोनोपोली एक्सेप्ट फॉर टी ओवर इंडिया वाज एंडेड ऑफ EIC. Then 1833 Act, complete monopoly ended. Then 1853, then 1858, this important change, Crown directly took over control. Then 1861, some Indian Council Act. Then 1892, some more reforms. They can ask even supplementary question. Then 1909 Act. Important aspect is separate electorates. 1919, important aspect is diarchy at provinces. Very good. Diarchy at provinces. Keep this in mind. Then 1935 Act. Important aspect is federalism, proposed federalism, which did not come into effect, but proposed federalism. And diarchy at center. Removal from provinces. And then lastly 1947 Act, जिसमें कुछ क्वेश्चन नहीं बन सकता. Now this whole evolution you have seen, इन्हीं में से किसी एक्ट पे क्वेश्चन UPSC will ask, right? Extremist phase, moderate phase. Moderates का most important contribution is INC is there. Yes, awareness among people is सबसे important. Economic critique. Economic critique, right? There were two myths कि British are ruling in our favor and British cannot be challenged. So British are ruling in our favor is demolished by moderates and British cannot be challenged. That myth is demolished by extremists. All right. So they are ruling in our favor. Economic critique. Economic critique में क्या है? Drain theory है. Then what else?
India today by Dinsha Mancham. He calculated the exact amount of.
Okay. RC, that's some other economics are there, right? Okay. Then railways. 1853 railways were there. So they were saying it is for your benefit. Then they showed how railways is not for our benefit. Boss, it is for your benefit. So economic critique में some aspects will come. That is moderate contribution. Then extremist contribution. Then reasons for Swadeshi. Why this anti-partition movement came. Home rule. Home rule में one important female personality. Annie Besant. She was the first INC, women INC president. Then first Indian women INC president. Sarojini Naidu, 1925. Then one more female president. There are three female presidents, right? Nellie Sen-Gupta, she is a Nalini Sen-Gupta. Home Rule League mein she has taken part as part. Annie Besant. Some other organization which was she part of? Theosophical, right? Then she was part of Indian Women Association also. Then she started Central Hindu University also. तो Annie Besant का जैसे आपने नाम पढ़ा, तो there are some aspects relating to that personality. उनको एक जगह mind में इकट्ठा कर लो. Don't do it on notebook. Keep it in mind. Then Gandhi जी आएंगे. Gandhi जी first came in 1915, right? He will not take part in Home Rule League. Some reasons for there, we'll see. Then reasons खिलाफत क्यों हुआ, non-cooperation क्यों हुआ. Then revolutionary movements are there. Then INA is there. Then reforms, committees, Congress sessions, Viceroy, last Viceroy of India, Lord Mount. First Governor General of Free India, Lord Mount. First Indian Governor General of C. Rajagopalacharya. All right, so these aspects will not be asked in mains, but these are important for prelims. So this is how you must study prelims. अब आ जाओ क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. Government of India Act 1919 clearly defined. Answer is A. How many A? How many B? How many C? Answer is very simple. We have just discussed all these acts and we have discussed the most unique aspect, and UPSC has framed a question on their unique aspect only. So simple. Answer is B. Answer is B. Jurisdiction central and provincial. How it was? Subjects, central, subjects, provincial, and in provincial reserved and transferred. ऐसे था, है ना? Subjects का division. This is how the division of subjects was. Then in 1935 subjects का कैसे division हुआ? Subjects central, subjects provincial, and subjects concurrent. And in central reserved and ट्रांसफर्ड, यहाँ पर डिस्टिंक्शन। ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज सिमिलर टू 7th शेड्यूल, ठीक है ना, ऐसे ट्रांसफर हुआ। ऑलराइट, तो दिए क्वेश्चन इट इज वेरी सिंपल, बिकॉज एम ऑफ यूपीएससी इज टू सेपरेट सीरियस फ्रॉम नॉन सीरियस। मेंस में आपको जलील कर देंगे वो, इफ यू आर फीलिंग कि बहुत आसान है। आ जाओ 1858 proclamation disclaim any intention to annex Indian states, regulate EIC's trade with India. देखो EIC तो खत्म ही कर दी इन्होंने। After 1857 EIC is gone. Now direct British government is there. तो third is wrong. Third is wrong. It means C and D is wrong. Now either answer is A or B. तो second तो सही है ही है और first भी सही है। Because what is the reason for 1857 revolt? Political reason. There were many reasons. Economic, political was annexation, doctrine of lapse, and in 1856, which Indian state was annexed? Awadh. And Awadh, 3/4 of the soldiers were from Awadh. That is why in South there were no major participation in 1857 revolt. Most of the participation came from North only. ठीक है ना, रीजन है। फर्स्ट स्टेट टू बी एनेक्स्ड 1848 सतारा, राइट, पेशवा जहाँ पर चिल कर रहा था उसको एनेक्स कर लिया। चलो दिस क्वेश्चन विद रेफरेंस टू रॉलेट सत्याग्रह, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग, रॉलेट सत्याग्रह 1919, ठीक है ना, गांधी जी फर्स्ट केम इन 1815, ही सेड आई विल नॉट पार्टिसिपेट, आई विल जस्ट ऑब्जर्व व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन। तो ही ऑब्जर्व, देन इन 1817 ही लॉन्च्ड, पहला कौन सा था, चंपारण, then in 1918 अहमदाबाद, then again in 1918 खेड़ा। तो तीन गांधी जी had small victories, then he said now I need a bigger victory, तो he launched Rowlatt Satyagrah against Rowlatt Act. Why didn't he participate in Home Rule League? 1916 Home Rule League क्यों नहीं किया गांधी जी ने पार्टिसिपेट? गोखले का कौन था मेंटर? रानाडे जी का गोखले जी का गांधी जी, और गांधी जी के कौन थे फॉलोअर्स? नेहरू जी। व्हाट इज द रीजन गांधी जी डिडंट पार्टिसिपेट? एट दैट टाइम World War I was going on, so Gandhi ji had this stand कि we should not take advantage of the Britishers at the time of their weakness. They are on the back foot, वैसे ही जर्मनी लगा रखी है, we should not take advantage. Similar is the reason why in 1939 when World War II will outbreak, again there will be no mass movement. Quit India कब हुई थी? 1942. Why was 42 में फिर क्यों लॉन्च की गांधी जी ने, जब गांधी had this stand के 1939 I will not launch. Cripps mission was one of the reasons. Immediate reason was, देखो Japanese were advancing from the east and they had reached till the northeast, पहुंच गए थे भाई साहब, and Gandhiji realized, Gandhiji had seen what had happened in Malaya where the Britishers were there. British had simply gone, छोड़ छाड़ के भाग गए, they had left the people at the mercy of the Japanese. So Gandhiji thought कि now we need to take control of our country because Japanese cannot be the liberators of Indians because they were fascist. तो 1939 में when the question of mass movement arose, कि what should be done, what Gandhi's opinion is we should not take advantage of the undue weakness. And what was the opinion of communist? We should. Communist socialists were saying we should. And what was the opinion of Nehru ji? He was not confused. He said that though none of these sides are fighting for democracy or justice, it is a total farce. But the Axis powers are fascist, whereas they have democracy, the allies. So at least we must not go against democracy. So he suggested status quo, जो कि civil servants को करना है, कि कुछ नहीं करने का लेकिन किसी को support भी नहीं करने का, right? This was Nehru ji's nuanced stand. Now come to this question. पूरी कहानी होगी Rowlatt Act was based on recommendation of Sedition Committee. It is a very factual statement. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. Let's see the second statement. In Rowlatt Satyagraha, Gandhi tried to utilize the Home Rule League. This statement is correct. He took out the old list of Home Rule League members. He said कि चलो इनको support तो नहीं किया, but at least I will utilize them in my revolt. Third statement, demonstration against arrival of Simon Commission coincided. This statement is correct. When did Simon come? Simon Commission? 1927 constituted, 1928 in India, 1930 it gave the recommendations. Many of them were accepted by 1935 Government of India Act. तो third तो एकदम भी सबसे easy statement, it is wrong. So C and D are gone. Now we have to evaluate A and B. A and B, first statement is there. So only we need to evaluate second. Second is correct. So even if you don't know this first statement, which is factual, you can still answer this question. Alright, so UPSC doesn't want कि आप जलील हो जाओ. It wants कि at least you should know the basics. Timelines तो at least पता होना चाहिए कि Simon came when and when Rowlatt Satyagraha happened. Alright. And how do you evaluate MCQs? In MCQs, first you evaluate three statements, all the three, and then you see कि कौन सी match करती है. This is not the approach. You evaluate the first statement. If it is correct or wrong, you eliminate the options. Then you evaluate the second statement. Answer अगर आ जाता है दो evaluate करने से ही, no need to evaluate the third. All right. इसलिए नहीं, because you save time, because it will avoid unnecessary confusion. ठीक है ना? तो as soon as you evaluate a statement, cross out the options which will not match. ठीक है? आ जाओ sources. Sources, Introduction to Indian Art. This is a very good NCERT, 11th class NCERT, Fine Arts NCERT. It will cover most of the architecture parts and it is highly recommended. Many of the questions last year came from this NCERT. Very visually attractive also. Then Spectrum, it is a granth in itself. Nothing can come outside this book, but this book is very difficult to digest. Then this CCRT compilation, which you will get in any bookshop, I recommend first you go through previous year questions and then you go through this Fine Arts NCERT and then you go through CCRT. This will suffice, totally suffice, because our aim for culture, science and tech and environment is easy to medium. ठीक है ना? In UPSC, this is a relative exam, 50%, 55%. If you get in prelims, you are safe. बोर्ड का नहीं है कि 95% मारने हैं. This is a relative exam. तो don't go for those aspects which are very tough to handle. You will see कि मैं तो कल्चर की 4 किताबें करके जाऊंगा, and but still you will feel uncultured in the exam. UPSC may make you feel uncultured. Ancient, this NCERT is there, R.S. Sharma. This is a very good NCERT. Huh? This is in a story form. That will be specifically for art and architecture, right? तो दोनों को mix and match. Understand the story from here and then the culture part from there, right? Because ancient and culture overlap is there, na? Right? तो ancient का ये R.S. Sharma है, this is a good NCERT. Then medieval, Satish Chandra, again old NCERT. Both these NCERTs will suffice for your cause. Your cause is to clear the exam and become a civil servant. In that process, अगर थोड़ी knowledge भी मिल जाती है, it is well and good. But aim is to become civil servants. Then modern Indian history, I'll suggest out of these 4 sources that you pick up this old NCERT, those who haven't touched MIH yet. So this old NCERT is a form of story, so you will understand this story. Then Spectrum Modern India, this is basically someone's notes. किसी ने तैयारी करी थी, notes बना लिए, बाद में book निकाल दी. ठीक है? तो this covers this MIH portion very well. तो master this book and then जो चीज़ इसमें से समझ नहीं आती because it is a form of notes, read it from the NCERT or read it from other sources which I mentioned. जो चीज़ समझ नहीं आ रही कि क्यों हो रहा है, किस लिए हो रहा है. ठीक है? Otherwise, these sources are also there. Bipin Chandra hai, Shekhar Bandyopadhyay. It is up to you. I won't recommend it because these are mainly applicable for history optional people. If you see the syllabus of history optional, if you see the index of Bipin Chandra, both of them match. So you are preparing for general studies, you are not preparing for optional. In general studies, you must remain at the surface. Your horizon should be wide, but depth should be shallow. Whereas in optional, wide भी चाहिए और depth भी चाहिए. ठीक है? So make this distinction. These are the sources. Any questions? लिख लिया sources, ठीक है? Now this very important piece of advice from Bruce Lee to you. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man, or the woman भी हो सकता है, who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. How is it applicable to your cause? Yes. If you read the 4 sources but only once, you will not remember anything. But if you read one source 4-5 times, then it will serve your purpose. Because then when the question will come ना, Rowlatt सत्याग्रह बुक का वो पेज याद आएगा कि यहाँ लिखा हुआ था, फिर एकदम से आंसर लिख दोगे. Similar is the case in mains. Right? This is how you should be. This is how preparation should be. All right. Any questions? No questions. All right. So this is my part. Now sir will take IR part. Suraj sir. Thank you.